Live from Jersey Mike's Arena, it's Rutgers wrestling as the Scarlet Knights host in-state foe Ryder here this afternoon. Hello everyone, Nick Costco alongside Matt Howe. Matt, this is a very interesting one as Rutgers will wrestle now 2 days in a row. They start out with a big win over Penn over in Philadelphia just last night, 22-14. Ripped off 5 straight wins in that one. That's a nice little momentum shift here into the Sunday afternoon match.
Yeah, they're on a back-to-back right up the turnpike here back in Piscataway. But yeah, Nick, really good match against Penn last night, a very tough program. Couple big wins from some key guys, was able to get it done.
Absolutely. So you look at those ranked matchups right there on the screen as well. A couple big wins, as you mentioned, from down low. Dean Peterson, Dylan Shawver, and, of course, Mitch Moore closing things up. 5 straight wins for the Scarlet Knights. But we have to turn our attention to this afternoon's matchup. Again, Ryder always comes in very strong. In-state foe, just like Princeton. Want to make a statement for that trophy, but it looks like Rutgers does have a lot of favorable matchups here on paper, at least this afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. And Ryder's a team that's made up of mostly New Jersey kids. So some familiar faces here today, Nick. At 184, Brian Soldano against Isaac Dean, a rematch of the state finals a couple years ago where Soldano pinned Dean. So we'll get to see that one again here today. But New Jersey kids are always tough, especially when they're familiar faces.
A couple ranked guys in there for Ryder as well, including at heavyweight. So it should be an interesting one right here as Rutgers hosts Ryder from Jersey Mike's Arena right here on Big Ten Plus.
So we'll see how many they win out of 10.
Well, it starts here, 125. Dean Peterson, the sophomore for the Scarlet Knights, ranked 2nd in the country. He's 6-0 on the season, 31-11 in his career, already working the front head here off that collar tie, trying to jack up Klinsky in the early goings of this match.
Yeah, he's got that deep right underhook, jacking it up. Oh, look at that step through, Nick. Oh!
Peterson immediately gets the takedown. They're going to award him 2 near fall points as well. Already looking for a cradle on the boundary. See Klinsky grabbing hold of that left ankle. Trying to prevent any further damage, but a huge 5-point move to open things up within the first minute. We blinked, Matt, and already Peterson after a big start.
Yeah, look at that. He just steps through, trips. He's got double underhooks, was able to lock it around the back. Jacked it up, boom, step through. Really good move there from Dean Peterson. That's why he's number 2 in the country, Nick. Right after it, 5-0 lead, less than a minute into this match.
It was a good job by Klinsky, able to roll to his belly. Otherwise, he would have been stuck and Rutgers would have had a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, and then Peterson had to get in a bit of a scramble there after that, after Klinsky rolled through as well, but maintained control. Now you see what he can do on top.
Peterson was a little shaken up last night against Miller. Ended up gritting out a 10-4 decision. He's up 7-4. At one point, it should be 6-4, and almost went the other way. He's doing a good job riding right now, coming around the waist, trying to bring Klinsky back down on the mat. He does, hasn't broken down to a hip. Looking for a quick turn. Peterson is driving through, but Klinsky's doing a good job trying to keep his hips square and facing towards the mat, not exposing the back here.
Klinsky to his feet now.
Peterson riding out of bounds, and we're going to restart in the center. 1:18 to go in this opening period. Already a minute 14 of riding time for Dean Peterson. With this 5-0 lead, getting a takedown and some near fall points already.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Nick, I want to see Dean Peterson cut him, go back to work on his feet, see if he can get another 3 points off that takedown. Still plenty of time here in the first period. See if he goes back to that underhook here. He was able to get it pretty easily on that first takedown.
Yeah, he really went to those collar ties, and there it is again with that left hand as they're tied up near the center of the mat.
He's trying for it.
He was looking for it again there. Bit of a half shot there from Klinsky. As you see, riding time currently a factor in the early goings here. Good sprawl from Peterson, now working the front head as Klinsky gets back to his feet.
30 seconds.
That front headlock. Stalemate.
These are the moments you want to see Peterson really use a variety in his toolbox, Matt. I mean, you don't become the number 2 wrestler in the country for no reason. But even at this point, now we are approaching through the first week of January. If you're number 2 in the country, you're basically on the short list now to be a national champion in March.
Yep, definitely going to be contending for that final match of the year at 125.
First period comes to a close. Peterson on top, 5-1, by virtue of his takedown and turn. Klinsky going bottom for the second period. Mean Dean trying to keep his undefeated season going. Good breakdown here, immediately going. He's trying for that Navy ride, but Klinsky's able to belly down, at least at the moment. Peterson elevating and driving.
He's got that right leg pinned down. See if he can use it, drive him out, but I like what I see there from Peterson. Trying to get some exposure.
Seen a lot of that lately from some of these Scarlet Knights. Some of those techniques on the mat. Going for that far leg instead, trying to basically chop these guys down to a hip from the far side. So far, so good for Peterson. 2 minutes of riding time, and he will continue it here for the moment. Klinsky up to his feet. There's an escape point. Peterson immediately backing on a shot, but now Klinsky trying to lock up a cradle. Peterson extending his body now as Klinsky looking to drive through. Peterson now re-attacking. Dangerous spot. Looks like Klinsky has his hands locked at the moment. Peterson's got to be careful here halfway through the second period.
Yeah, just got to keep a wide base, not let Klinsky get out to the side and run that cradle. Probably going to get a stalemate here soon, Nick.
I think those hands are still locked from our vantage point right now for Klinsky. And there it is, that stalemate, as you mentioned, Matt. So they're going to restart in the center as Peterson looks to go back to work.
Let's see if Peterson can end this period strong. Looking for a takedown here. 5-2 lead, over 2 minutes of ride time. Would like to see him work towards that major decision.
So another shot there from Klinsky, and there's a stall warning on Peterson as Klinsky's been very active on his feet. Peterson back it up now, gets it on a double here, but nicely defended by Klinsky. Re-attacking now. He'll drive, and he's got three. We have a tie match right now late in the second period.
Yeah, I like the stall call. I think it was well earned. Klinsky, after going down big 5-0, has really been putting the pressure on Peterson, having him back up. Peterson not taking many shots. All of a sudden, 5-5 against the #2 guy in the country. Peterson will have choice in the third period, but it's a battle right now, Nick.
It's most certainly a battle. The entire Ryder bench was calling for another stall call as there was no movement there, but again, it looked like Klinsky was riding parallel at the moment, so you're not going to really go either way. And I hate to say it, Matt, but Peterson, who was dinged up in that match last night, walked off gingerly following his win. I want to say that might be the case right now. You don't want to assume anything, but he's looking a little slow right now. He's getting backed up once again. He gets the escape point, though.
Get hit again.
Klinsky back in on a shot. Peterson has the 1-point lead plus riding time at the moment. It's not locked, though. Essentially a 2-point lead for Peterson. But Klinsky, if he turns back in, Matt, he can get this takedown.
Yes, he can. Peterson's in trouble in this position.
He's going to crank the foot, and now we're going to get a potentially dangerous call here.
Peterson looks tired.
I think he's walking. You look at him right now, he is walking a little gingerly.
He's got to hit the gas pedal here, Nick. 6-5, he leads. There's a shot.
It was that right knee that was getting checked out last night at Penn. Gutted out the victory. Now he's going to hang on to the single leg, but Klinsky looking to come through.
Yeah, you just got to hang on for dear life here. Unlikely to finish the takedown from this position.
Klinsky trying to step over and grab that near side ankle. Can Tyler Klinsky hook the leg? He's looking for the takedown. There's three. Less than a minute to go. Klinsky is ahead.
This would be a massive upset, Nick. Klinsky 6-9 on the season against the #2 ranked wrestler in the country on the road. And they want another stall on Peterson. He looks defeated.
Klinsky is hooking that leg. He's not getting too much movement. Riding time at 1:15 and going down. Peterson broken down.
Oh, man.
And there's a stall call on Peterson, a point for Klinsky. That could be a huge difference. It's now 9-6. Less than 20 to go, and Klinsky on the verge of a massive upset. Peterson flat, Klinsky driving. The junior, Tyler Klinsky, pulling off a huge upset in Piscataway. Ryder takes a 3-0 lead as Dean Peterson suffers his first loss of the year, 9-6. The Bronx strike first.
That is crazy, Nick. Dean Peterson went up 5-0 within the first minute of that match, and then it was all Tyler Klinsky from there on out. He pushed the pace, earned a couple takedowns, celebrating with his teammates on the Ryder bench right now, deservedly so. I mean, that is just massive. Here's the takedown to really seal the match, just hooks that leg. It seemed like after that 5-point move, Peterson hit cruise control, really didn't do much. He looked tired, and Klinsky broke him. Credit Tyler Klinsky, massive win.
At the 133 for Rutgers, it's Dylan Shulver, and for Ryder, Richie Kohler, the senior. And Shulver immediately in on a shot, single leg, looking to come around the waist. Good wizard right now from Kohler as Shulver looking to hit back in. So Ryder ahead, if you're just joining us, 3-0. As now Kohler stepping over Shulver. Shulver trying to come out the back and finish this takedown. Nothing yet. Funky position. Shulver coming through. He's got 3. Kohler immediately to his feet now. Shulver bringing him back down and following near the boundary. And out of bounds they go. You want to talk about a momentum swing and energy, Matt, as you look at Shulver's takedown to take a 3-0 lead here in this bout at 133. The energy, at least from the Rutgers fans, has been sapped out of the building momentarily. That Ryder bench is the loudest thing we've heard all afternoon so far.
No doubt. You have the number 2 kid in the country go down to a kid who's sub 500 to start off the match, a rivalry match. That's going to happen.
Well, Dean Peterson suffering his first loss of the year, and again, you don't want to make assumptions, but definitely looked like he was bothered by that knee, or at least his leg that he dinged up last night. After that flurry start, he slowed down about halfway through the match and allowed Klinsky to get back into it. Now Richie Kohler trying to get things going for Ryder, keep it moving. Dylan Shulver having a great year right now, 133, Matt, his first year at this weight, as we've been documenting all season, 12-3 now. Had a runner-up finish at the Midlands tournament late in December. And with that runner-up finish, he got vaulted to number 9 in the country. So back-to-back top 10 wrestlers for the Scarlet Knights to open up the lineup. He currently leads 3-1.
Rutgers got to just bounce back here, weather the storm. They're still heavily favored on paper in most of these matchups, but I mean, that's as big as upset as gonna happen today, Nick, right there at 125. So anything can happen, obviously. But Shulver got to get the Scarlet Knights back on track.
That it can. Also, as they say, styles make fights, and you look at that Peterson-Klinsky matchup at 125. They wrestled each other last year, Matt, in January in their duel. Peterson won just 2-0.
Yep. Division I wrestling, man. Any given day. Nice shot there from Shulver, but good defense from Kohler.
Ryder's got a lot of juice right now. As Kohler works his front head, now working to that underhook on the left side. As we come to the end of this first period, Dylan Shulver a 3-1 lead. Shulver's choice here. He's going to choose down. And you want to talk about feeling good after last night, Matt. Again, you have to turn the page really quick with Shulver, who had a last-second takedown to knock off Michael Kolioka of Penn.
Yep.
Which essentially won the match last night for the Scarlet Knights. As Shulver getting in on this reversal, he's got it. That's 2 more. He's up 5-1 now, rolling through on a hazard roll tilt, and Kohler able to belly back down. No near fall count here. Now Shulver going to work on top. At least Shulver right now has taken the momentum of last night's win, and it's catapulted him to this 5-1 lead.
Yeah, nice move by Shulver off the bottom. Really in control of the match now, 5-1. He's got that left leg in. Probably going to get a reset here soon.
Shulver, that left boot stuck there. Not much movement. I'm actually surprised they didn't hit them with a stalemate yet. As now Kohler tripods up. And Shulver's going to let him loose. 5-2. Shulver's got 56 seconds of riding time. So not a factor at the moment. Halfway through this second period. Kohler now trying to force the issue. Low leg single. Shulver doing a nice job refacing. Gonna force the scramble now.
Kohler's deep on that ankle. Now he's on his butt. Got to try to come out the back.
Look at Shulver just climbing the back, hanging on. And we're gonna get a stoppage here as Kohler was walking the mat, but Shulver in an uncompromising position there, or compromising position, I should say. Let's look at that
Shulver,
reversal.
Yep, on that reversal there. Just really nice work on bottom. 20 seconds to go here in the second period.
Short time, second period, as these two just feel each other out once again. A little hand fighting in the center of the mat. Shulver ahead by virtue of a takedown and a reversal. And that'll bring us to the end of the second period. Rutgers trying to get on the board here, and Shulver out in front at the moment. Richie Kohler, no slouch. He's not ranked this year. He's only 8-6, the senior, but 63-37 in his career, a 2-time NCAA qualifier. Got to the round of 16 back in 2022. So matchup of former qualifiers, as Shulver also qualified for that tournament back in Detroit. And now we're gonna get a stoppage. Too much hands to the face on both sides. So a warning. It's 5-3. Riding time in favor of Shulver right now, so he would have a point at the end of the match, since it is over a minute. But Kohler is pushing the pace right now, Matt, and if you're Scott Goodale and company, or now we're getting really physical now, so now they're going to give a point to Shulver. Penalty point on Kohler for too much hands to the face in the illegal sense.
Yeah.
There it is again. It's getting really physical on that mat. This is about as close to a street fight as you can get. I was going to say before, Matt, you want the...
Kohler with those heavy hands again there, Nick.
Can't even get a thought. I bet there's about to be a punch thrown at this point. Low shot from Kohler. Shulver re-attacking, switching to a double, driving. He's got a takedown. And now, let's see if he cuts him here. Coach Goodale wants Shulver to cut him. He's up 9-3, and they're thinking bonus points.
Yeah, get another.
Well, Shulver has proven he has the gas tank, Matt, and his speed has only gotten better this season. He's up by 5. Low shot from Kohler. Shulver trying to get his ankle free. That knee is in a bad position. They're going to get a stoppage here. Oof, that was close. 36 seconds. Boy, we've had a wild third period. We might have a stoppage here to show us to fix the chin strap here. I think the chin strap is actually busted. Riding time not locked, but in favor of Shulver. Major decision still in play here with one more takedown.
30 seconds.
Under 30.
Takedown could get it. Nice!
Look at this fireman's carry from Shulver. Good defense from Kohler, though, coming around, trying to finish the takedown. Now Shulver hipping back into him. Nothing yet. Shulver hanging on that leg. Kohler can cut the deficit as Shulver trying to finish. He's got short time, though. I don't know if anybody's going to get a change here. And that'll bring us to the end of this one. So Kohler avoids bonus points, but Dylan Shulver with the riding time point. wins this one 10-4, and Rutgers evens things up 3 apiece.
Yeah, that last shot by Shulver, it's one of those cases where you get in almost too deep, Nick. You're too deep on the shot and too quick to finish it. Able to cut the corner there. Here's a takedown from Shulver. Nice switch off to a double there. Just drove him down to the mat, gets the 3.
Saw a lot of that last night as well. Especially that fireman's carry, Matt. He hit that about 3 times last night. He gets in really deep on that. Led the 141 for Ryder. It's Will Betancourt, just 0-1 on the season, the former Ohio State Buckeye. Taking on Mitch Moore, ranked 13th in the country for the Scarlet Knights, 9-0 on the season. The grad transfer and 4-time NCAA qualifier. A big win last night. Helped Rutgers win 5 bouts in a row, and now you see Mitch Moore. We've seen this all year, Matt. Loves that front head, looking for those whip overs. Just so physical.
Yeah, man, he just attacks the head. He loves this front headlock position. He loves working out of here.
Trying to jack it up now. Yep. Looking for that whip over,
Oh,
Matt.
yeah.
It's deep.
He's got to just elevate that shoulder a little more. He's running out of space, though, but he can turn him back in. Jack that arm up. Now he's going to let it go. Edge of the mat, but good start there for Mitch Moore. Expect to see a lot more of that.
This is a guy who knows how to attack legs, man. I mean, this guy does shoot, but we have not seen it often this year.
No. He really likes working out of that front headlock position. He just grips you up as soon as the match starts. He's constantly on that head.
And at least this point, no one has scored on Mitch Moore this season in his 9 matches.
Wow.
(3-3) duel right now. Into our 3rd match of the afternoon. Ryder got things going with a upset. Tyler Klinsky knocking off number 2 Dean Peterson at 125, but Dylan Shulver getting Rutgers on the board 10-4. I see.
Look at that. He's got like a 3-quarter Nelson, Nick.
He's trying. He loves this move. And that's going to be a takedown for Mitch Moore. They're going to rule it. So he has the 3-quarter Nelson. And because he hooked that leg around, that's in good enough position. They're going to rule that 3 for Mitch Moore. And now Betancourt is shaken up.
Mitch Moore actually hooked Betancourt's arm with his leg. I don't know if I've seen that. That was crazy. He hooked his arm with his leg and then snuck in that 3-quarter.
Let's take a look at that again.
Yeah.
Betancourt's shaken up. So
this was before he hooked his arm, but before he got to this position, he just stepped over with his right leg, hooked the arm, and then snuck in that 3-quarter on the edge of the mat.
I'm not sure what happened to Betancourt right there. I want to say maybe he hit his head on the
score table.
On the table, maybe, but I mean, he just kind of fell awkwardly. Seems to be all right. We'll get a reset. So after the injury time, Mitch Moore had choice. He chooses bottom. Going to try to roll through here looking for an escape. Now Moore getting through, and he's got the reversal. 5-0 as the Scarlet Knight going back to work, hooking that leg and looking for a turn. I don't care what weight you are, Matt. Mitch Moore is one of the guys that you just do not want to get into a grappling match with.
No. He's experienced. He's strong. He's relentless. He's going to be a tough guy in nationals for anyone.
He's searching for that podium for the first time in his career. Oh, getting a turn here. He's going to get some near fall points. Able to frame that head, now hooking that far leg. Moore looking for a fall now. Can he adjust?
He's close.
It's right there. Mitch Moore looking for the fall in the first period. Just to elevate a little bit more. Betancourt still fighting. And he'll be able to belly down for the moment. Official holding 4. And it's until Moore lets go of that grip that he'll be awarded the points. He's got 10 seconds to try to get one more tilt here to try to get the fall. Looks like Betancourt's going to be able to fight it off. As we come to the end of the first period, Mitch Moore rolling 9-0 lead after the first 3 minutes.
Great first period there for Mitch Moore, just relentless. See it there. Single, switches off to the double, immediately gets that Turk in and goes to work on that head and just pressuring over that hip. Betancourt's left leg underneath of him. That's how he's able to get that Turk and just use that to his advantage.
Good near arm chop there from Mitch Moore. You see Betancourt going back up to his base, but again, Moore gonna hook that leg, looking to crank it. Just the physicality from Mitch Moore is just insane.
Yep, there he goes, steps over, boom.
Oh. Make it look too easy.
Really, really easy, Nick. He just was cranking, and gets that leverage to get that hip over. He could just sit here.
He could just sit here, as you mentioned, Matt, and adjust until Betancourt's shoulders go to the mat. But now, Mitch Moore's got double boots in. This is the worst possible position as Moore now has a 13-0 lead. He's going to figure for that right leg, looking for one more turn, try to get a fall or a tech.
Cranking that left ankle, hipping over. He's got the chin hooked, he's got to post out that left hand. He's actually going to go for that ankle, and there it is.
Same tilt as before, so Mitch Moore's going to hold 4 here. He's not going to stop, though. He's going to look for the fall, though.
Sure.
Mitch Moore holding on to a tech fall, looking for the pin.
Oh, come
Got
on.
him flat here. Mitch Moore trying to finish up. There it is. Mitch Moore, the fall. Absolutely dominant. 10-0. And Rutgers leads this one 9-3.
Great match by Mitch Moore. He was so tough on top, Nick. Working those Turks. And then, big credit to him, too. Tech fall was in place, but why not finish it off with the pin as you see it here? Comes out to the side real quick. Boom. Mitch Moore with the fall.
That's got to be one of the biggest 141 pounders you're going to see in the country. Remember, he's down from 149 from his career. I mean, he is just, oh my goodness gracious. Oh, man. We'll head to 149 now. Got a good one. Quinn Kinner, the senior for Ryder, ranked 22nd in the country. And Michael Chetta for the Scarlet Knights. Back-to-back days for Rutgers in this lineup. Still filling in for the original star, Jacob Butler. He could be back soon, though, man. As Kinner gets it on a low single. Chetta trying to defend. So Kinner coming out guns blazing, trying to get Ryder back on the board, wrapping around the hip. Chetta defending in a good way to get his hips back, and now the treetop position. Chetta trying to belly whizzer. Now Kinner hipping into him. Still a scramble, no score yet. Kinner trying to turn back in. Now Chetta gets the hip height, coming in for a takedown. Can he get it? There it is, 3 for Chetta. And now Chetta trying to work Kinner to his back, but you see Kinner able to get back to his base. Chetta. The mat return, a nice Granby roll by Kinner for the escape 3-1.
Really good defense there by Michael Chetta. Turns it into offense, 3-point takedown. Nice Granby roll from Kinner as well. Chetta off to a great start, though. Looking to knock off a ranked foe.
Chetta is 7-4 on the season. Got the win last night to get things started for Rutgers as they started at 149 against the Quakers out in Philadelphia. 18-11 Chetta is in his career. He's a guy they've been really high on, Matt. He's been a nice depth piece, and he's been improving as the season's rolled on. As Kinner now looking for a takedown of his own. Chetta scrambling with him right now. Eerily similar to a Brian Soldano situation right here, the way this position is, but now Chetta will just belly down here as Kinner finishes off the takedown, and the Bronc is up by a point.
Chetta got to get to his feet here, try to tie this one. But Kinner's got double boots, or one boot in at least. Yeah, one boot on that left side. He's in a good riding position right here.
Try to pull Chetta back for that tilt, try to get some near fall points, so looking for a bigger lead now. Chetta trying to reverse position, but Kinner doing a nice job. Chetta rolling through wisely, able to avoid the back exposure. Chetta.
Kinner's too high now.
Gotta watch out for a defensive pin here.
Kinner is high.
Yeah, he's still high right now. Still has that boot in deep, though.
Yeah, figure forward around like the hip now.
Chetta flattened out.
Kenner really able to reclaim his position. He got a little high. He was in, I thought, like you said, Nick, it was close to being a defensive pin, but he really was able to sag his hips back, get a little lower, and finish the period on top. Nice ride from Quinn Kenner. He'll take a 4-3 lead to the second period.
First 3 minutes in the books, a wild one so far. Rutgers on top, 9-3 after Mitch Moore's pin in just 3:14. Kenner's choice, he chose down, so Cheddar will be on top here for the Scarlet Knights. As you see, Cheddar does have the riding time advantage right now, but not over a minute, so not a factor. Off the whistle, Kenner tripods up. Now Cheddar trying to maintain this ride. Kenner seated on his butt at the moment. Now Kenner trying to roll through for a reversal, trying to catch that leg. Funky position right now. See, Cheddar has that left boot in. Now attacking the hands, looking for a tilt of his own.
Yeah, he's high.
Kenner driving in for the reversal. He's got twos up 6-3. We do want a correction, though, on the riding time, by the way. It was in favor of Kenner. Now it's going back up to 30 seconds and moving up. Kenner double boots now.
Working that wrist of Cheddar. Double boots, he's in a really good ride here. Cheddar completely flattened out. Cheddar's got to work to a base, roll his wrist out, as you see him do there with that right wrist.
This is one of the worst positions you could be in if you're on bottom, especially with the legs underneath you. And now they're going to call a stalemate here. Not much movement. And if you can hear it, the rider bench wants stall calls ad nauseum here, but there's not much you can do on bottom if you're stuck there. But also, Kenner, if you're just going to stay there and attack the wrists, you're not going to get a stall either way.
Right. Kenner needs to, or excuse me, Cheddar needs to get an escape point here to end the second.
Caution on Kenner went a fraction too early. It's a big bout right here for Cheddar, man. As you know, you could find yourself with another win, get a ranked win too.
Yep. Kenner's looking tough though, especially on top. Really likes to go to those legs.
He had a come from behind victory against Northern Illinois on Friday night. And Kenner just 7-5 on the season as Cheddar trying to grab hold and hit back into Kenner, but Kenner doing a nice job riding with this crowd. Now Cheddar turning back in. Kenner still following. Cheddar looking for a reversal. He's got now going in for a half. Michael Cheddar's got the reversal. He cuts the lead 6-5.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before Kenner got a little too high and out of position. Cheddar's been trying to get that reversal all day with Kenner riding high with those boots, and he gets it here. It's a huge 2 points for him heading into the third period. Finds himself trailing only by 1. No
Kenner
ride
to his
time
feet.
either, Nick.
Cheddar able to cut the riding time, and with a 6-5 lead for Kenner, Cheddar trying to steal the momentum back. You see, look at that reversal again. Just great hip awareness.
Yeah, and he almost got Kenner in trouble there. Reverse half. We'll go neutral to start the third.
And Cheddar wants no part of the bottom against Kenner, especially with the riding time at 53 seconds for Kenner.
It's a smart play to go neutral there. Takedown here gives you a 2-point lead. He's got plenty of time to work it. Kenner is very lanky, though.
Kenner's a two-time NCAA qualifier for Rider, had an up-and-down career at Ohio State, but when he came back home to New Jersey, he's only found more success, 65-30 in his career. Former Kingsway standout, of course. Cheddar in on that single leg, looking to finish this one off. Kenner scrambling, pulling that whizzer in. Cheddar low to the mat right now. Kenner trying to come out around the side now, grab that right leg of Cheddar. And we're gonna get a stalemate. Good shot though from Cheddar, but again, that defense with that length from Kenner, very impressive.
Good shot from Cheddar. I like what I saw. He got in deep there. Crowd giving him a little boost here. He looks good. He looks ready to go. 1:05 to go.
Loudest the crowd's been all afternoon. Minute to go. Takedown could win it. Kinner hanging on to a 1-point lead. Riding time not a factor.
No stalls yet.
Now Kinner pushing the issue. Snap down there from Cheddar. Getting physical with the hand fighting. Shot from Cheddar. Kinner re-attacks, and again, nothing doing. Another close call there.
35, Cheddar's got to get going.
He is shooting, he's got to find the right opportunity. Kinner backing up. Cheddar's trying to force it now. Kinner re-attacking, now defending. Now Cheddar going for the headlock. Oh, he might have the fall. He might get the takedown as well. Cheddar, hip it back in, no score yet. Turn it around, he's got the takedown. Michael Cheddar with short time. How about that sequence? He's up 8-6, 5 seconds. Kinner rolls through, Cheddar hanging on. Michael Cheddar upsets Quentin Kinner, 8-6.
What a good match for Michael Cheddar. Third period, he pushed the pace. Quentin Kinner was on his heels. Big headlock, turned it into a takedown. Huge win for Michael Cheddar. That was awesome, Nick.
Clutch takedown for Cheddar. Think the Young Bucks ready, Matt?
No doubt, Nick. That's a huge win. Take a look at this headlock here, boom. He just pushed the pace, got up top, and went for a move. You gotta love it. Under 30 seconds to go, down by 1, takedown to win it. You gotta go for something. Why not a headlock?
Pulling a page out of the high school book there.
Yeah, you don't see many headlocks at this level, but they're sweet when you do see them. And here comes Andy Clark.
.157 now, Colton Washleski and Andy Clark do battle here before we hit intermission. Washleski is 32nd in the country. Clark ranked 33rd. Fell to Lucas Ravano last night in Philadelphia. Ravano ranked 25th in the country. Now those two are now 1-1 against each other, Matt, as Clark actually beat him last week, a little over a week ago at the Midlands tournament, so Clark looking to perhaps stay in the rankings here with a victory.
Ravano, he's a Jersey kid, isn't he?
That he is. Well, Camden Catholic action.
That's right. That's right. My neck of the woods. I knew that name from somewhere.
Been at Penn for 4 years now. The senior over there for the Quakers, very impressive. Clark fell short last time, looking to rebound here this afternoon in front of the home crowd. Colton Washleski, only a sophomore for Ryder. 22-20 in his career, Matt, but he's 16-5 this year, so he could be making a move towards that national tournament in Kansas City. So far, scoreless, we're about a minute in. Snap down there, bringing Washleski's hands to the mat. Clark 6-3 on the season, 40-40 in his career. You want to talk about a guy who's only a junior, man, and I feel like he's been in the program for a long time, but also not a long time. This kid has seen pretty much all of it, dating back to that COVID season for the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, he's battle tested, that's for sure, Nick. Thrown into the lineup in a lot of tough spots over the years. Up at 165 at one point as well.
And he was 49, 65. Now in his second year, 157, made it to Tulsa last year, qualified for NCAAs, finishing 20-17. Looking to improve upon that this year. No score yet. And a lot of hand fight, a lot of ear-to-ear shot attempt there from Clark. Right, hit that ankle pick, and now his back is towards the center as he tries to stay on the offensive. Shot there from Clark now. Re-attack here from Washleski. He's got that single leg, low single. Trying to shelve it now. Clark has that whizzer in at the moment. Washleski being very physical with this single. Now Clark gets away.
Good mat awareness there from Clark. Knew he was at the edge of the mat. Made a dive for the edge.
Tell you what, there's been a lot of clamoring from stalling from the Bronx bench. At least objectively, man. I don't know what else you want those guys to do there. They were wrestling out of bounds.
Absolutely. Like I said, I think it was good mat awareness. Try to kick out there at the edge of the mat.
Short time, first period, still scoreless. And after the first 3 minutes, we do not have a point yet. We'll head to the second. And it'll be Washleski going down. Immediately to his feet is Washleski. And that's a big mat return from Clark. And now Clark going to stick him. You saw Washleski trying to roll through that on that Granby roll, and out of bounds they go. Still Clark on top.
Yeah, Washleski got like stuck on his head there.
Must have some serious neck strength, otherwise his shoulders would have hit the mat there.
Right. Really balancing on his head. See if Clark can get anything going here on top. This is going to be a match that I feel like is going to be won with a takedown though, Nick.
Clark driving Washleski. Got to watch that count from the official as well. They will call stalling pretty much if you're hanging on any body part for those 5 seconds. Clark trying to improve this riding time early in this second period. These two are very familiar with each other as Washleski able to flip the hips and get out for one. He scores the first point of the match. Clark is 2-1 over Washleski in their careers. They wrestled twice last season. Clark winning 2-1 and 4-3, but they actually just wrestled, Matt. We've talked about Midlands a lot today. They just wrestled a little over a week ago as Colton Washleski won 10-9 in sudden victory.
Yeah, two very evenly matched guys. This match a little bit more low scoring here today.
Gonna get a stalemate. I feel like we've seen this a lot, Matt, these types of matches from Andrew Clark. Low scoring affairs. A lot of defense.
Yep, keeps it tight.
.42 seconds to go in the second period. This has been the bulk of the match right here. A lot of hand fighting, a lot of feints. Both guys just trying to find those openings. It's not much. Neither guy really getting that too deep on a shot.
Yeah, very evenly matched, Nick. Like I said, and the scores will indicate that every time these guys have wrestled each other. Like I said, I think a takedown would be enough to win this one. Likely going to be 1-0 heading to the third with Clark the opportunity to go down and tie the match.
Second period comes to a close, and we are at that scenario now, Matt, where Clark will choose down. And escape will tie at riding time, not a factor at the moment. Clark does have it in his favor, though, at 26 seconds. Let's see what Washleski can do on top. Clark going to sit out. Now tripoding up. Breakdown for the moment. Now trying to throw in the half is Washleski, but Clark gets to his feet, fighting the hands of the boundary. He is out for one. Tie match is what you want. This is where college wrestling, as I say, man, is at its best. Third period, a takedown could win the match. Got to win it on the feet. Clark circling. You see Washleski stalking at the moment. Reaching for that underhook. Snap down from Clark. Shot from Clark, single leg now. Washleski defending. Clark trying to suck it in. Treetop position now. Clark trying to fight his hands through. Trying to find that opening, but you see Washleski doing a great job around the hips, and now the ankles. Clark still trying to step through.
Cut the corner.
Coming around, nothing yet. Washleski defending. He's got to watch his back too. Washleski grabbing around the ankle. Clark is as well. Now Washleski trying to get hip height. A great scramble. Washleski trying to step through. Can he get it? He does. A takedown for Washleski. He's up 4-1. 20 seconds to go.
Takedown was going to win this match, Nick, and Washleski just got it.
Clark up to his feet. He's going to need an escape and a takedown. Out of bounds they go, and they'll restart in the center with 9 seconds left. Turn of events here before intermission. Unless Clark can pull something out of his bag of tricks, it looks like Washleski is going to even up this long-running series between these two guys at 2 apiece. Clark flipping the hips, trying to switch up to his feet, trying to get out, and Washleski is going to drive him right back down to the mat, and that will do it. Colton Washleski gets the, we have some after the match altercations here, but they quickly diffuse that situation. And now Washleski's going to run right over to the bench. He'll come back. They're going to shake hands. For the Ryder Bronx, Silverstein 8-6, a senior for Ryder. White also 8-6, just a sophomore. He's been in and out of the rankings this year. Matt qualified for NCAA's last year. But just like his first year as a starter, man, he's been a little up and down again. He is above 500, but it's kind of like, he gives you some, and then he takes some.
Yep. No doubt, Nick. But good opportunity here today.
No common opponents between the two of these guys. Of course, White is up from 149 last year. Made the 2 weight class jump. Not much doing in the first 45 seconds here. A lot of hand fighting. Some level changes as well as White tries to find an opening. Now Silverstein has to back off a little bit off that last feint. Another one there from White. Physical match in the head-to-head as White trying to use the post on that wrist to get to a leg, but again, defensively sound is Silverstein. Shot from White there. Silverstein able to back off, defend. He'll re-attack, and White again squaring up on the defense. Ryder got things going at 125 as Tyler Klinsky knocked off number 2 at Dean Peterson 9-6, giving Peterson his first loss of the year. As we mentioned before, 3 straight wins for the Scarlet Knights to put them up 12-3. Until Colton Washleski got Ryder back on the board with a win over Andrew Clark, his second in as much as less than 2 weeks. A minute to go in this first period. We've had a lot of this, a lot of collar ties. Another ankle pick attempt there from White. Could not finish, though. Russian tie on for Silverstein. White posting on the head. And he got his arm loose. It seems like White is trying to push the pace here, Matt, but really no guy just finding any space to get to the legs.
Yeah, Silverstein not really doing much, but not really any full shot attempts from White here in the first 3 minutes.
The long feeling out process comes to an end here as the first period concludes. Head to the second. scoreless in this one. So we have blood time, so the wrestlers will go back to the corners.
Looking to get a point on the board, maybe find some offense from there.
See White trying to cut at the hands, and here's a mat return from Silverstein, but White immediately back to his feet. Still cutting, and he's out for one. We have a point on the board. White out in front. Now Silverstein on the shot. White trying to re-attack on the front head, and he'll back off, and that's most offense we've seen from both guys so far. See if they start turning it up now. You see White trying to bang at the head. I get Silverstein off balanced here, as Silverstein's been on his heels most of this bout. White again, these half shots. I don't know, man. I don't know if he's trying to force the official to call a stall on Silverstein, or he's just not confident in this matchup right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Coach Goodale a little frustrated on the sideline. I think he wants a stall call for Silverstein, but White really not doing much either. He's definitely being the more aggressive wrestler, pushing the pace a little bit, but really no real offense from either guy so far.
Yeah, it comes to a certain point, you can look like you're offensive, but if you're getting these half shots, and again, that was another attempt right there. And at least from our vantage point, they look like shots, some look like half shots, but you really don't know how good that defense is from Silverstein. He's posting on the head really well, but again, White just unable to even really grab a hold of a leg. And again, right there, close to an ankle pick, and now we're gonna get a stall on Silverstein. So first warning of the match, and at least with those last couple of attempts right there, Matt, White is getting closer, and he shoots again. Short time here. And we'll head to the third period. Anthony White on top by a point. Riding time not a factor, but Silverstein does have a stall warning against him.
Yep, White with the advantage, definitely heading into the third period. That first stall warning against Silverstein. Continue to just, fake shot, push the pace, back up Silverstein. Get another stall out of him, get the point. But like to see a takedown for sure.
Rutgers has certainly favored the rest of the way if you look at this matchup on paper, but this is a huge bout right now for both sides. Some more blood time. They're going to clean up White. Third period begins as White looks for the breakdown. Trying to get Silverstein flat here, and Silverstein coming back into him, wanting a reversal, and eventually just gets out for the one. And we're tied at a point apiece. Riding time not a factor in another match, Matt. It's going to come down to who wants it more on the feet, and right now it's White still pushing the pace. Shot from Silverstein, defense there from White. Under 90 seconds to go in this third period. White reaches again. And for the viewing folks at home, Silverstein does have a stall warning against him. One more, it's a point for White. Could be a big factor in this final minute plus. As again, White pushing the pace, snapping the head, Matt. Looking for these shots. There's another shot right there. Silverstein not re-attacking. He keeps going. There's a shot from Silverstein. Now White going to re-attack on that single leg, driving through. Nothing yet. Silverstein got his foot free. White drives. He's got the takedown. He's got three, and watch out for that pin, but Silverstein able to roll back through. That was close.
Very close. Now White's in a little bit of a precarious position here. Silverstein getting high.
Under 40 seconds to go. Silverstein looking to turn back in for a reversal. White's going to hang out on the foot, and a stalemate here. It'll be a restart in the center. White's got a 3-point lead, so he gets the late takedown, and now let's see if he can end this on top. And as for Silverstein, has only found his offense all match. No time like the present. White staying heavy, breaks Silverstein down. He's got him flat. Right back to his base, he'll roll through. White in this scramble now, Silverstein. White's still in control here. And Silverstein flips his hips, now trying to come through for a reversal, 15 seconds.
Yeah, White can just hang on here, which he will do.
Another stalemate, again, 13 seconds to go. Now look at that takedown, White able to finally finish that one off. Silverstein in a tiny bit of danger right there. We're going to get a caution on Silverstein on the bottom for the false start. So Rutgers trying to extend the lead here, 165. Get Anthony White his 9th victory of the season. Silverstein to his feet, 5 seconds. White drives through, and he's going to finish this one on top. No riding time, but Anthony White wins this one 4-1, and Rutgers gets one back. They extend the lead 14-5 with 4 bouts to go.
Yeah, good match from Anthony White. Not much doing there, but enough to get the win. Takedown was the difference. Here comes Jackson Turley.
At the 174, Jackson Turley also did not wrestle last night for the Rutgers against Penn. They'll get the call here today. Hasn't wrestled too much. Jackson Turley just 3-2 on the season, taking on Michael Wilson of Ryder. Wilson, meanwhile, 8-8. He's 47-33 in his career, the junior for the Bronx. And Rutgers fans know all about Jackson Turley. A lot of injuries over the last couple of years. Again, he is a senior, so maybe more on a pitch count type of season, Matt. You know, use him in the right spots and not overwork him before March. He did wrestle in a career-high 25 matches last season, and as of late has seemed to return to his old form. If he is healthy, that's the best version of Jackson Turley you are going to get. He is ranked 27th in the country. On the low end of the rankings, but again, as we've seen in the last couple of duels, Matt, if Jackson Turley's back to that All-American form that he was in 2021, that's a dangerous man at 174.
Yep. Right here to double under, or over under rather.
Trying to jack him up, inside trip. Turley driving down to the mat. There's a takedown. Out of bounds they go, and they're going to rule this no takedown. Let's see, no takedown for Jackson Turley.
Yeah, the second official came in there and said they were out of bounds, no takedown. Here comes the challenge, Brick.
Let's
see.
see.
Here. Yep, inside trip.
He's got him down looking for control. It's going to depend on where they were out of bounds there, and I think that's the only question right now.
I think they were out based on that replay. They both came down to the mat. No one had anything in bounds.
Tight call there, could have went either way. But ultimately, looks like the officials decided that full control was outside the circle. And we'll wrestle on scoreless.
See if Turley can get back to work there. Nice duck under attempt. Now he's going to try to jack him up here, Nick.
Looking for that inside
Same
trip
thing.
again, going right down to the mat. Turley going to try to stick him now, looking for the fall.
Oh.
Wilson trying to turn back in. Turley trying to get his weight. Hooking the leg, looking for the fall now is Jackson Turley. Can he stick him? Turley adjusting, no pin there. Wilson coming now. Turley again gets him flat. There's the fall. Jackson Turley, 105.
Didn't need that takedown, Nick. Able to do it again.
Turley calling for the RU chant. That was a quick one. Rutgers ahead 20-5. 2 pins today. And Jackson Turley. That's old school Jackson Turley right there.
It is. Just upper body, inside trip. He went right back to it. Almost had the pin there. Settled. Here comes the RU chant. Really just settled his weight back. Double boots. And right there, pin.
Got to give that shout out to super fan Tim Burklow down below. That's who Turley called out on the mat side. Get that RU chant going, as you can hear it in the background. We're going to head over to 184. Big one here coming. Isaac Dean for Ryder. Brian Soldano for Rutgers.
Rematch of the New Jersey State Finals a couple years ago. Soldano immediately with that overhook. Oh!
Soldano rolling through, and already we have some action. This was a freestyle match. We have a lot of points there.
Yeah, no doubt, Nick.
Brian Soldano fell victim last night to a loss to Penn's Maximus Hale. Really couldn't get his offense going. And immediately we see the more high-flying style of Soldano right there. Those two were locked up in a whizzer. And just like that, of course, we say that, Matt, the old broadcaster's jinx slows down now.
Yep.
Again, these two have not wrestled in college, but they are very familiar with each other, as Matt alluded to. You have to go back to 2021 when these two were wrestling at the high school level. Soldano represented High Point High School up in Way, North Jersey, about as high as you can go, hence the name. And Isaac Dean, a Shawnee High School alum. They met in the 2021 NJ State Finals at 182 pounds, won by Soldano with a pin in the second period in 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Snap down there from Soldano. Soldano 7-4 on the season, qualified for NCAA's last year, got to the round of 16, so he fell 2 wins shy of the All-American podium. Ranked 19th in the country this year. He's been going up and down a little bit, and again, that's the high-flying style. We've seen some improvements in the fundamentals, and again, there's that single leg there, but Dean able to sprawl back. But of course, Soldano not going to always go away from his bread and butter, though, Matt, which is that scary style that, if you're on that Rutgers staff, probably gives you a couple heart attacks every match.
Yeah. He likes to roll around. Boomer bust type of guy. Big move type of guy.
It's putting it lightly. The feints here, though, from Soldano. And again, this is a match where you would like to see him get to his offense. He couldn't get to it last time. Again, these feints are keeping Dean off balance, and now Soldano working that front head. See if he can do something with it. Rutgers on top 20-5 right now by virtue of that pin from Jackson Turley. That's 2 pins for the Scarlet Knights today. They do have 5 individual wins. I'm going to keep it rolling here. First period comes to a close, and after a quick flurry, it's slowed down there. We'll head to the second scoreless. Soldano's going to choose a bottom to start the second period. Isaac Dean, just a sophomore for the Bronx as well. 7-6 on the year, 13-22 for his career. So the improvements are there for the Bronx 84-pounder. From his freshman to sophomore campaign. Soldano up 1-0 by virtue of the escape. Shot from Dean, now Soldano able to sprawl and jump out of the way. Has his leg caught, though. Gets his leg free, now driving through on Dean. And he's got the takedown. Soldano up 4-0. That was just your old school football tackle right there.
Yeah, it was. Strength on strength. Soldano wins. Goes to work on top. 4-0 lead.
Soldano working here, keeping Dean flat. A little over a minute to go in this second period. Dean back up to his feet. We're going to cut away. He's out for 1, so he's on the board. Less than a minute to go in the second. Again, back to this pace of just the feeling each other out process. And see Dean level changing here. starting to get his feints going. But not much offense from either guy. Low leg single attempt there from Dean. Tried to pick the ankle of Soldano. Short time, second period. And second period comes to a close. 4-1 Soldano on top. Be Dean choosing down here. Look at that takedown.
Yeah, just drove through him there. It's pretty easy. Makes it look easy anyway.
Soldano working on top now, trying to work that power half. He's got Dean completely flat at the moment. Riding time building for Soldano, approaching a minute. It's at 55 seconds. He's got that left boot in. And if nothing else, Matt, you want to see the top wrestling from Soldano. I feel like we don't see it too often just based on the way his matches end up going. You either see takedowns or high-flying attempts or him fighting off his back. You don't see too much work from him on top, and we could see something here. Trying to get that tilt. He's got to roll that right wrist underneath. Trying to pry that left shoulder back. Soldano coming through.
Backs? No.
Nothing yet. Haven't seen his tilt game too often this year, but now we're going to get some swipes. No, only got one swipe. Soldano trying to jack up the arm bar now.
Yeah, he's got that arm bar in.
Nope, just lost it. As I just mentioned, this is the top wrestler you want to see from Soldano. This is going to pay off down the line. Need more actual experience trying to pull off these maneuvers, and Soldano going straight back.
Another one count.
He just got one, and they are going to give him two. Rutgers bench was about to be infuriated there. I thought I saw two swipes as well. And they do give it to Soldano. He's up 6-1. Riding time point is locked, by the way. It's well over 2 minutes. But he's looking for another tilt here, try and maybe get the Ranger decision with short time. Down to 5 here. Soldano going to be content to be on top here. Going to add the riding time point. And Brian Soldano wins this one at 7-1. Rutgers extends the lead 23-5, rolling into the final 2 matches of the afternoon.
Good match from Soldano. Pretty dominant in that one.
Nice bounce back day for Soldano after last night. And we're going to head up to 197. This is a guy who had quite the performance last night. John Poznansky for the Scarlet Knights. Tech fall to start that run for the Scarlet Knights against the Quakers. And he's taken on Azim Bell, the junior for Ryder. Poznansky ranked 8th in the country, trying to return to the All-American podium in 2024. He was an All-American back in 2021. Took 4th place at 184 as a true freshman, Matt. The highest placement for any true freshman in Rutgers history. Qualified again in 2022, did not place. And of course, redshirted last year to prepare for the bump up this year at 197. But he's definitely looking like one of the best guys in the country right now, 7-0 on the season. I'd say he's adjusted to that weight quite well.
Yes, no doubt. He looks great.
Bell 17-23 in his career. Gonna have his hands full this afternoon as Rutgers rolling right now, leading by 18. They pretty much have the duel in hand to improve to 7-1 on the year. Bell on a sweep single, a little too far. Paz trying to get his offense going now. Over a minute gone here. Really only seen a shot from Bell. It's about a half shot. Now Paz in on a single. Defended off well by Bell. Paz trying to re-attack. And they'll separate halfway through this first. These last two matches, man, we've seen a lot of this, this feeling out process, and we know Paz can get to his attacks, and he showed it last night as well, but gotta wonder if, at least with this matchup right here, he doesn't like something at the moment.
Yeah, not a lot doing there right away. As I say that, he's in deep on a shot. Just got to pop that head out, and he's got it. Boom.
Quick takedown there for John Poznansky off his shot. The old broadcaster's jinx. Not much you can do about stopping that one. And now Paz going to work on top, trying to roll that left wrist underneath. Looking for a tilt. Short time here in this first period. Poznansky a 3-0 lead. And that'll do it for the first 3 minutes. Lone takedown scored by the Scarlet Knight. Right at the second, there's another look at his work.
Yeah, just quick single leg and was in very deep. Easy 2 there, or 3 rather. Poznansky choosing down here to start the second, looking to build upon this 3-0 lead.
Paz up to his feet, Bell riding, and now Paz is going to cut away at the hands. He's up 4-0. "20 seconds gone in this second period. Riding time, as you see, Poznansky out in front with 29 seconds, so it's not a factor at the moment. Paz re-attacking him now. He's starting to find his rhythm a little bit. Trying to go to his attacks. We're due to see Jaroslav Slavakuski coming up next for the Scarlet Knights as Paz gets in on a single leg. Looking to elevate now as Bell will scramble. Treetop position again. And Poznansky driving through. He's got 3 once more. A 7-0 lead for John Poznansky. So look to roll the wrists underneath now. He's got Bell flat. Bell trying to build his base. Poznansky, tech fall last night, looking for more bonus points this afternoon. Mat return here is Bell working back to his feet. There's that strength from Poznansky, just able to drag him right back down to the mat. Out of bounds they go. Look at a restart the center with 25 seconds to go in the second. All Poznansky in this one, and mostly Rutgers in this duel. 2 wins for Ryder in the afternoon. The big upset back at 125. Tyler Klinsky over number 2 Dean Peterson to get the Bronx on the board. And then Colton Wasilewski taking down Andrew Clark for the second time this season. They're now 2-2 against each other in their careers. But those are the lone 2 victories for Ryder, as Rutgers Hammers have really taken over, especially down the stretch here as Poznansky unable to hang on to that foot. And not out of bounds, excuse me, that's the end of the second period. Not sure what Poznansky was questioning there, unless it was just himself that saying like, hey, hang on to the foot.
Right. There you go, see that one there. All Paz this match so far, Nick. See what he can do on top. He's got over 1.5 minutes of riding time, too. Looking for a major decision, no doubt. He's going to cut him loose, go to work on his feet.
That was an interesting cut. He kind of just tossed him to the side. Up by 5, a takedown would put him up by 8 to get him in that major decision territory. Riding time not locked yet, but as you see there, it's getting closer. Now Poznansky starting to put his foot on the gas again. Stall warning on Bell. Paz switching up to a double. Good sprawl from Bell along the edge, and out of bounds they go. Another restart. Back in the center. Poznanski's ready. Again, Bell has a stall call against him. Level changes here from both guys. Trying to find room for a shot. And it's Poznanski controlling the center of the mat right now. Bell about a half shot there. Poz re-attacking, low single. Bell trying to defend, but Poz will shelve the leg, looking to run it down, grabbing the far ankle. There's 3. It's a 10-2 lead. Neutral for Bell, so he gets the escape points, 10-3, and Poz immediately back in on a shot. Riding time point very close to being locked in a couple seconds. So the major's back in play as Poznanski looking to drive on a leg, trying to get another takedown. Bell defending.
Yeah, on that right leg. Poz stuck down there. He's going to switch to the double. Now he's got to run him straight back.
Another takedown for Poznanski, 13-3 lead. Riding time is locked. Essentially an 11-point lead. There's the point for Bell on the escape. Poznanski not going to stop. He does only have 15 seconds. Back on a shot is Poz driving. Bell defending.
Trying to pull him in here.
Poz is hunting for that tech fall. And he'll drive. There's 3 right at the edge with 5 seconds and a 16-4 lead. Out of bounds, a restart in the center coming. Again, riding time point is locked, but unless Poz able to, I don't think he's going to cut him here.
Yeah,
Actually, he is. He wants the tech fall.
Yeah, he looked over to the sideline. Pritzlaff and Goodell said, stand him up, go for it.
He's trying, won't get it, but still a dominant decision for John Poznanski at the riding time point. 17-5, major decision, John Poznanski. Rutgers rolling, up 27-5.
Good match there from John Poz. In control, showing his skills on his feet with multiple takedowns in that one. Brings us to our final bout of the afternoon.
Heavyweight time, David Zuba for a rider. And it's Jaroslav Slavakuski, the grad transfer from Harvard. Back out here in front of the Jersey Mike's crowd. Haven't seen him in a while at home, Matt. Last 2 duels for Rutgers inside this building against Princeton and Buffalo. He did not wrestle. So we actually haven't seen him in front of the Rutgers crowd since the Virginia Tech duel back in November. But he did wrestle last night, looked really good. Got that tech fall and was able to improve to 9-0 on the season. He is ranked 7th in the country for a reason, and this is why Rutgers was able to target and get him in the transfer portal this offseason.
Heavy on that head to start. Both guys standing up. Zuba, a Jersey kid out of Brick Memorial, 9-7 on the season.
44-33 for his career. Has not qualified for NCAAs, but certainly has a chance though this year. Make things happen at the conference tournament in March. Yar very good on his feet. Loves to go to these collar ties, and as we were talking before the match, Matt, this guy loves those foot sweeps. Bring that style over from Belarus. Snap the hand here. We're halfway through the first period, no scoring yet. Slavakuski is pushing the pace though. A lot of those pump snaps right there, man, and I'm trying to get back in on a single leg here. He's doing most of the work so far. Rutgers well on their way to a 7-1 start to the year before Big Ten duels coming up next week. And the lone loss this year to Virginia Tech as Yara gets snapped down here. Zuba now working the front head, and Yara will just clear that. 30 seconds to go in the first period. Coming up for the Scarlet Knights, Matt and I will be back with you on Big Ten Plus on Friday night at 7 o'clock as the Indiana Hoosiers come to town, and then Rutgers will hit the road for 3 matches in a row at Purdue, Michigan State, and Michigan before returning home on January 27th for a 1 p.m. start time on that Saturday to conclude the month of January. So the Big Ten schedule, Matt, is coming up. It only gets tougher as you go by each opponent. And then, of course, February features Ohio State at home, at Penn State, home against Maryland, and then concluding the year in a non-conference duel against Bloomsburg before you hit the conference tournament.
Yeah, exciting stuff coming up for the Scarlet Knights. Always love seeing the Big Ten schedule, especially here at Jersey Mike's Arena.
Rutgers fans definitely treated to a big-time home slate this year. As Zuba is going to get out for 1. Tried a little duck under right there. Yara defends, though. Zuba is ranked, as we alluded to, what he could do possibly to get to NCAAs this year. So he's on the precipice right now, ranked 29th. So if you thought this was a mismatch on paper coming into the afternoon, you'd be sorely mistaken. Especially with the improvements Zuba's made from year to year. A lot of hand fighting right here, and right now Slavakuski unable to find his offense. Shot from Zuba as Yara's going to sprawl out. It's a good one. Those are heavy hips, and he immediately tries to get back in on a shot there. Back to neutral we go.
See if Slavakuski can find any offense here. End of the second period, minute to go.
It seemed like he was pushing the pace in that first period, Matt.
Zuba with some good shot attempts. So here's a feint from Slavakuski. Not much doing for either guy from neutral. Both pretty much standing straight up, just hand fighting on the head. Zuba's a big guy.
Slavakuski's showing a lot of feints to those single legs, but not really committing to one there. And now he finally does. Now he's trying to jack up the underhooks.
Here we go.
And there's that inside trip, and Slavakuski driving through for the takedown, and that is what you get from Jaroslav Slavakuski. That's just all strength and technique combined right there.
Yeah, really nice move from Slavakuski. Just as I was saying, he needs to find some offense. He does so. He'll take a lead into the third period with choice.
Jaroslav Slavakuski, double unders to a little foot sweep.
Yeah, double unders and just kind of ran him over, Nick. He had the position, got Zuba really unable to defend that, and you just get ran over.
Finishing off for a little bit of a knee pick as well. Slavakuski on bottom to start the period, and he's immediately out. He's up 4-1.
Immediately up. Love to see that. See if he can work any of those underhooks again, leg sweeps. He likes to go up top.
You know he's the favorite, Matt, but still a win for Slavakuski here. Again, on your resume, that's a ranked win.
Yep.
Zubin on a shot now. He's trying to answer the bell here. Now he's driving Yara. Yara near the boundary. Out of bounds they go.
Nice slow single there. Yara's going to get hit with the stalling for backing up there, but nice slow single from Zuba. He's still in the match, absolutely.
A little too much backing up for Yara to defend that takedown attempt. 90 seconds to go. He's up by 3. Riding time not a factor. Now Yara driving. Over top, driving, nothing. Out of bounds they go. And again, it's one of Yara's go-to takedowns. He grabs that knee. It's basically like a knee pull single, but he comes down on the head as well. You see that.
Yeah, just ran out of room there on the edge of the mat.
Zuba in on the leg. Yara's going to spin around. He's got 3. He's up 7-1. And a little over a minute to go. He's got a big lead here, looking to add to it. A minute to go in this one. Slavakuski looking to finish it off and put the stamp on this one. Good ride here from Yara. Over a minute of riding time now. Zuba out for 1 at 7-2. Back to that ear-to-ear. Yara stepping through, body lock, gets out of a dangerous situation right there. Didn't want to risk it. 15 seconds, Zuba shot, good scroll from Yara. Spinning it around, he's got a takedown. He's up 10-2. Riding time rising. Yaroslav Slavakuski is gonna lock in a major decision. He's gonna win this one 11-2. And Rutgers will win this one 31-5. After some early adversity, Matt, the Scarlet Knights respond in a big way, get the dominant win over their in-state foe.
Yeah, no doubt. It was a good performance by Rutgers after losing a massive upset to start the match off. The Scarlet Knights did not let that affect them. Rebounded strongly, took 8 out of 10 here today, Nick. It was a strong win for the Scarlet Knights heading into the Big Ten schedule.
Rutgers wins this one 31-5.